Hello, good evening, everyone. I hope you are doing well today. Sorry for I was a few minutes late today. Just came across a few last minute things. So basically, we'll do our analysis together before we start, as usual. So we're gonna start from the high time frames. So we see the price, if you remember on Friday, there was like a broker, this structure that was made, the structure, and if you remember here, there was DVA low for the monthly, weekly chart, and this is the yearly chart. So you see, it broke all the DVA lows or high time frames. So basically now it's free to run higher if we manage to break this area. It is the last known area which broke below. If it can be reclaimed, especially above here, then we can see building like leg higher. The thing is, I was watching the pre-market because we broke very violently, and usually what we expect is for the price to come back and retest the breakout point, which it hasn't happened yet. And I don't think it's going to happen either because I think the market is quite bullish at the moment. So we see this price basically has been accepted within the yearly DVA low. And now we've been accepted as well on the monthly previous DVA low. And this is the key point. There is a major resistance area, which is the VWAP of the previous quarter. So we will see in terms of high time frames, we'll see how this is going to turn out. Because also we have also some more bullish levels here, which is the yearly VWAP and the previous weekly DVA high. They are both bearish levels, and this is bearish. So you can imagine in your mind that this is a one level, bearish level. Of course, if we manage to go above, then we have this huge gap. We have only like some technical levels here and here, but in terms of high time frames, there is a big gap to run. But just the fact alone that it has held the price after this violent break, it means that this is quite bullish, the market. So to visualize it also, see if here we can see the next stop on the yearly is the VWAP, which hasn't been able to break like for 2-3 times since the 23rd of February. So we've been a week below the yearly VWAP. So we'll see now if we will manage to break it or we'll have another rejection down. But you see, it's a key point. We have the quarterly, which is not in play now because we haven't changed quarter. But we'll still can go with previous DVA. So with this, we can see some choppiness around the previous VWAP here. But nothing major to think about. Monthly is not in play now because we just, and the weekly as well, is not in play now because we're in the beginning of the month and the week. So gonna just bear in mind only the previous value areas. So we see now it's under the previous DVA. So we have a long way to go until it says 61.14. Regarding the weekly, so we can see we just passed the VWAP and now just heading on the previous week high. You can see about, so you can see the DVA here. So basically the market, we can say, is in a bearish area, especially yes. So yes, sorry for the interruption. So we can say, yeah, I was about to say that we are in generally we're generally in a bearish area, and bearish and under the VWAP, but there's great potential because we're about to just enter in an area where there are bearish levels. We have like a yearly VWAP, we have the weekly previous DVA high, and we are just around the VWAP of the previous quarter. The only difference is only in the monthly that we don't have any area yet. It's just the VWAP of the previous area, just a little bit higher above at the 607. So in theory, because the NADRO methodology says that way, if we enter the DVA, then the tendency is just to test the VWAP and go on the other side of the VWAP, the DVA high. So with that in mind, that's why I'm saying that we have some potential to go to test the DVA highs and the high time frames. But we have first to overcome the obstacle of the VWAP. So we'll see how that goes. So regarding regarding the high time frames, that's the narrative. So just gonna go on the more technical levels. So we'll see. So that's so if you remember, if you remember, I was saying on Friday, that's one of the hypos was to break that level, that construction was level, and aim for the previous day VWAP. And that's exactly what the market did. The market held overnight, and we kind of like tested an area which is the previous DVA high, but not exactly. We just left like a small gap. Then we tested again. We just did a failed breakout here, which was on the VWAP, and then we tested the same area three more times, four times, five times. It held, and then we were just able to break during the Asia session the previous DVA high. As we can see now, the the price hasn't been established yet above because it just break above, tested a major resistance area right here. We just returned back, tested a little bit another technical level, minor level, and the DVA high, and now we're just grinding higher, but nothing major. We're just in the first target because today we had as a target this 59.89, but that happened overnight, and I tried to avoid trading during the Asia session because there's very low volatility. So I didn't take. I could take the trade, but I didn't take it. And we just have to wait for the open now to see whether price is going to break above a major big resistance level here, which is basically the second target. That's why I'm not keen to take any trades from here. Even that would be the logical thing. And it's still like a 10 points. I'd rather see this one breaks higher and going for this target, which is the third target for today, which is the 60.57. And it is doable to do. It is doable. It is within the ATR. So basically, like as we see here. So here we're exactly at the quarterly previous DVA VWAP, which is a big resistance level. And here in the area, so sorry, here at the VWAP, just around the monthly previous DVA low. So it's kind of like here. So basically, if we see this level you see here is around the quarterly previous DVA VWAP. In the intraday previous day VWAP, it's just about in this area, which is a bullish area. So monthly previous DVA low and the VWAP as well. So as I see it, there are a few possible scenarios. The first one is we see that this level holds and pushes higher, probably to 60.12. First target 60.12 is around here. 60.12, which is the previous DVA high, and we expect some resistance until the 60.37, which is about here. So this area here, we expect some good resistance. Okay, if we decide to pull higher, so we have to be very careful. We could possibly initiate a trade from the breakout if we see like a sell forming here, or a fake breakout, could initiate probably a long from here, aiming in this area first and then just trailing to see how it goes higher. Because if I've told you like I'm going with one contract, so I can't scale out. So basically I aiming for the lowest target and then I just trail it to see if I can go any further. So that's one scenario. Second scenario is we have the major big resistance. So it tested once here and was rejected. There is a possibility to test it again during the opening and get rejection. If the rejection persists, it's very possible to see another retracement back to the VWAP to the known level, this one. And that's where it's a very good place to take a long, if it holds, of course. If it can't hold it, then we're gonna see price retrace at 59.39, basically around this area. This is the yearly DVA low here. So if VWAP can hold it, then we may see a further retracement here, and again maybe a fill breakout. So in a few words, I think the previous DVA marked with a yellow zone here is going to hold for today, unless we see something major. So we're either going to take longs here, if it falls, longs here. We have to be very careful here. There's the resistance area. So a long from here, a long from the VWAP, aiming for the DVA high or the overnight high here, this area, or from this area. The last resort, when we can see, is taking a long from the DVA low if it goes there. We have four possible scenarios, including all the levels. Then, if this one can't hold for any reason, then we're just looking way below. But to be honest, I don't think it's gonna come to that, because the market looks very bullish, despite the temporary rejection here, it's still quite bullish. So we'll see how that turns out. So we're just a few minutes before the market opening. One first observation we can see is that price is moving in a very small range, and very choppy the whole day. That's one of the reasons I didn't take also a trade early in the Asia session. So the market opened. Okay, we see the market is quite bullish. Mm, it's one of these kind of like bullish weeks. Just have to see how it's gonna react to the overnight level. I think a good way of thinking is just wait to see how price is gonna react to the overnight level and to the big resistance zone here. So it makes sense to go long from here as soon as we're gonna get established in this area. If we break and get established, then we are free to go. Others, I expect this area to be a little bit choppy. You know. So if you remember, I was just telling you about I was telling you about on Friday. We have kind of like two structures here. We have one here, we have one that broke. So, so basically now we've entered into this structure since the breakout, breakout. So since the breakout, we're just trying to test the upper high of the structure, which is around the 6012 to 6090. So usually I try to avoid getting positions at the middle of the structures. So I'm not very keen. Even on technical level, we would free to go. It's just like you know that in 10 points it's gonna find like sellers. And what I want to see, it would be really nice to see what's the reaction in this zone between 6012 and 6090. If we clear 6090, if we clear this level 6090, then from 6090 until 6035, pretty much nothing, and especially afterwards. So if we compare with the technical levels, 6012 to 6090 is around 6012 here to 6090 in this area. So basically, I'm just gonna mark it with the issue zone 6012 to 6090. 1950. Okay, so this area. So this area we just expect a lot of sellers pressing. What I want to see basically it's the reaction here, and if we manage to hold above, especially the 6023, I can say 6023. Okay. If we clear 6023, I think we would be in a really nice position. So now wait, as we're in the middle of the structure, I was thinking another reaction here. If we get a rejection, that would be nice. Because when we would think of that all this, just we don't know yet, but all this move from yesterday, it could be easily be a massive squeeze just to go further down. We don't know that yet. We just have to see how's going to be the reaction up here. So if we get a good reaction here, and there is indeed a squeeze, and we have an elevator down, we expect a massive move of 150 points at least. Okay, we see the price wasn't able to hold up there. It would be nice a short from 59.39, so it would be nice a short from here, especially from here. And we see how it goes. 59.39 is basically like the lower end of the structure. So in these terms, if this holds, we could take a long here, or long here as we said, or here. If it fails beneath and goes in the previous DVA high, I'm just gonna short it. To be honest, we're still in a bearish zone. So even the market's quite bullish since yesterday. Don't forget that we're still in the bearish zone. I think nothing major has happened yet. We just got a reaction to this level, to this high close to the overnight. We just have a small reaction here. Aim for the reward. It's nothing major. We might as well see we might as well see the price testing again this level which happened here. Just aiming down. If it does a failed breakout like it did here, we could easily take that again up to the DVA high and maybe the overnight high. That would be really nice trade. Okay, the price coming down as was expected. Now we're gonna test 59.69, 59.61, which is the monthly previous DVA low and the weekly previous report. That's interesting area. We can go along there. It's also above the VWAP, the previous 2 days previous DVA VWAP. So this area is bullish. You see, that's the thing because that's the good with the high time frames and the DVAs and the previous DVAs is that even if we are still in the bearish area, we can still find small or small pocket areas, you can say, where the market will be, we can say bullish, but bullish within a general bearish sentiment, which is which is could be choppy, but we'll see how it goes. Sometimes you see we have to trust the structure. We see the structure which has been respected. This level is a bullish level here. The price has been respected here. So if we hold in this area, then we can aim along, maybe up to the VWAP or the previous DVA low, this area. So we have a big failing. So we're expected to test now 59.61 at some point. This area. Okay, now we're testing the previous day low, sorry, the previous day high. And there's some temporary reaction. Well, we're still in the middle of the structure, that's one of the reasons I don't want to take any trade here. can see here, there was also another pattern. We could predict this one. We could see that there was a bullish flag here, and another bullish flag here. Okay, so we see some reactions from the previous day highs. So market is much ready to go in the previous in the yesterday's trading zone, or it could be just an initial reaction. Pretty much. The tape is relatively slow if you take into account that the market is open. This one could be just a pullback to the lower level. Okay, the price is getting lower now. Now it's about to test the 59.61, just about 1.5 point away actually. And here's a DVA though. So we'll see what's going to happen if we react to those levels. There's no technical levels there, though. There's only 5 time frames. If we speak technically, I expect these levels to break for a little bit and just test those overnight lows, to be honest. Because if you remember also like this, the high time frame levels is basically like areas. You can't take them like to the point. So see the DVA low has been tested now. seems to temporarily hold the price. And also like in this area, exactly this area. So we tested now the two pattern frames, but it doesn't seem surprised to react very violently. So we could easily break it. If we break it high time frame wise, then we have to test 59.39 to this area. What we have in the middle, we have the previous VWAP, we have the overnight low, technical level. So we see the price failing. Now still at the two monthly and the weekly high time frames we just talked before. Okay, seems to break them. Now we're heading in the previous VWAP and overnight low. A nice trade would be to take this low from the previously tested overnight high, but I wasn't ready, so that's why I didn't take it. And it's also the was a second test of the overnight high technical level, and that was also the DVA intraday, so there was like a confluence to take the trade towards here. Okay, so now we just wait for the next opportunity. As I see the structure now, it is very likely to keep going down and test again when we broke yesterday. Which, like I told you before, we never tested the breakout, and that point here, taking a long from here, that would be really nice trade. Okay, what happened now just basically was a rejection from the yearly VWAP, and we tried to go again to test the DVA lows. Now we're looking for possible rejection or a continuation to the downside. And if according to my estimation we hit 59.11, which is around here, we could take this trade since it breaks. Because we saw a failed breakdown here, I think. No, we haven't seen anything. Now we're basically testing the slows. Basically, the slows. So taking into account that, so yeah, the year will be very low, so around here. So I'm just gonna wait to see how it's gonna react to the yearly DVA low. And then we can possibly take, okay, let's see. If we face below, we can possibly take the breakout point here, which is basically around 59.36, is around 18 points here. If it fails, if it doesn't fail, we're at a good position for longs here. If price recovers above the 59.57, if we see like something like, now like we come in there, because it could be just another failed breakdown, like we did here. But I don't think that's the case. Okay, we're just in the lower end of the structure. We broke it. We broke below, so we're going short, and we're aiming for 59.11 around that area. We're gonna raise a little bit just above the lows here, just in case it blips up and goes lower. Okay, I expect to go lower now. So it could be, no, okay, we keep pressing lower, very high volume as you see here. It could be a failed breakdown as well, but we're just gonna see because there is very high volume here. We'll see if there's gonna be any continuation. So we're aiming for the 59.11 now. It continues with around here. With a possible trading if we enter the previous structure. That could be also like a failed breakdown. So I'm just very cautious now. Okay. See that the sellers are keep want to push it. And we'll see if there's gonna be a continuation to the big wick here. Okay. We see some continuation. It's barely it's the extremes of the intraday VWAP, so it makes sense to be a little bit, find some resistance. It needs to build some volume in order to continue lower, unless we have some major catalyst. I still have the opinion that I entered a little bit very. I was very rushed entry here. I needed to see whether there's gonna be continuation. Okay, I don't see any continuation so far. I see the price going higher. We may see. Let's see how it goes. I'm ready to take it out. If it breaks above the overnight lows, I'm not gonna take it out. Just gonna give it some room to play out. Because also don't forget that this is a major high time frame. It's a yearly DVA low. So I'm expecting some kind of reaction in here. Okay, we may see a pullback. Okay, I'm just gonna take my position out. Let me see if the overnight low is gonna hold or not. Because what we see could be just that. Okay, there is some absorption there. Okay, I don't like how the candle moves. Just gonna take my position out, protect some profits. And if the price recovers this and we enter the DVA low again, I may aim again for the retest of the highs. But we'll see how that pans out. Could be just a pullback. Okay, we see absorption again. Okay, with the sellers pressing in strong. But we don't forget we're still above the yearly DVA low. So this area is expected to be a little bit choppy. Just wait to clear out and we enter either high here or build some kind of funnel structure and then take it from here. So I'm just gonna avoid this area. Because the yearly DVA low hold here, just pressing higher. Here we have the previous intraday viewer pressing lower. Could be just a failed breakout here. So like we want to be in the same area. So I was watching for failed previous failed breakdown here to the highs. So we'll see how that goes. In the case of the failed breakdowns, we always need to enter after the price recovers. So in that case, we would enter just about here, if it is indeed a failed breakdown. So the price tries to recover. So see that there was a early morning squeeze. That was the elevator down again. But I'm not sure how. We're gonna see another squeeze to the highs. It's basically what's gonna see. We just wait now for the price to recover. And we can aim a short here, a long here, and trailing to the highs. Or we could possibly see this one. Like this. Just need to see if the price is gonna recover in this area. We haven't seen so far. And we saw there was a rejection here. So it is very likely to be like a pullback. That is very tricky. It's very tricky here. This area we're also like at the lows of the previous structure. So generally would be a nice area to go long. But we need to see price establishing before we enter. So what I mean is here's the lows of this structure here and here. So we're basically at the lows of this structure. So it would be nice to enter aiming for here. But we need to see first price to recover and just settle. We haven't seen it here, so we need to see how the conflict between the sellers and the buyers is going to end up here. Okay, seems like there was a pullback. Unless there's a second failed breakout down happening. I think I'm gonna try to re-enter. But now it's a bit early. We have to cross this area first. It's kind of tricky here at the lows. Could easily price. You see, find some resistance, holds, and then bounce that. So we'll see pullback. It seems that it wants to break down. Okay. Big sellers absorption. Big sellers absorption. Still, we can't push it any lower. Okay, we just know now when to see the price recovery, entering the DVA lower above that level, then we can enter a long. And the long, aim this area, like we're testing the highs again. If you go here, if you, first target is gonna be the VWAP. We may straight it out, we may do a pullback. In any case, we're just gonna take it out. If a pullback happens, we're just gonna take another trade from here. But we may as well, because it seems like it's imbalanced down, we may as well do a pullback going lower. Which is also another possibility. You see there's a big conflict area here. Very choppy. good entry would be before. A very good entry would be here in the retest for the VWAP. If not here, it would be here after the retest of the VWAP, exactly on the level, and just take it all the way down. And that would be around 30 points. Now we'll just wait to see. Seems like the market is imbalanced down, and wants to form another leg down, just covering the whole space that left yesterday after the breakout. But there seems quite a few buyers there. The yellow. So I've been looking. So you can see here, I was telling before that you see there's like a big, we're still within the trend. So this one was just a bold reaction from the buyers here. There was nothing more it seems. So there is a big level here, 59.28. It has been wicked down here to 59.23 around. So if we break below the 59.23, then I could possibly short it up to this level, 58.88. But we still want to see how it's going to react. And that's why I'm saying that even if we are bullish, we're just in a bearish context. Just in case we've been really testing it. I think we may break it, but we'll see how it does. Of course, there's another technical like a law that the more we test one level to the downside, eventually it's going to break. It becomes weaker over the time. So we have been testing it like for 3 times or 4 times now. For just, I think the time, well, if they don't push back, the time is going to come when it's going to just finally it's going to break. So this area kind of tricky. If we fall below this, then we have a big gap until here. It's got around 30 points. Just wait now to see if it's gonna break and then just enter. The ideal entry would be if we could manage to do another retest and enter just to the price here. But breakdown would do for me. As you see before, we'll just at the minus 2 SD in the intraday VWAP. At the intraday VWAP, that's why we needed to build some volume here, so there is some space for the price to move at the minus 2 band. That's why, because it's very hard usually to break the 2S band. So that there is volume coming created, so it can make some space, so it can move into twist band. Okay, so that's basically I think it's initial reaction to the 5928 level. That's an initial reaction. It's nothing. It's nothing more. There's big absorption of the bias. Okay, so if price retests that level, I make sure that of course I'm gonna be in a very good position here because if we end it here and it goes back, then we're just risking all this 40, 15 points. So, but if we end it here at the DVA low, as you see it gets respected, it will be a nice point. Okay, we see some choppiness around and the bulls can't push any higher. So it's only logical to expect some breakdown here. But I don't like to end it yet. I'm just gonna see how it's gonna react down here. If it's gonna break. So this one could easily be just a continuation, just a consolidation, continuation. It's a very tricky area because you see that there's a big absorption of the buyers and the sellers. So I think the most safe scenario would be just to short from here towards the 58, 88 around here, basically. It's around 20, 22 points. But if you manage to get an entry here, it's a bit tricky. But if it pans out very well and continues, we're gonna be in a very good position. We see a reaction from the buyers. It's nothing major so far. There is a chance we may see another test of the highest, another test of the highest before it finally breaks down, or to the tops, or to the very high, or to the low. So that's what remind you we had before an attempt to short the market from here, but it was a bit rushy entry, and it seems it was just a discovery week, so we just got out. We saved some money by uh, exiting before we get stopped out. So now we're just waiting to see how this whole thing is gonna pan out. Either lows, other shorts from here, if it was low, or longs from here, aiming again to the retest. We're still waiting. Seems the bulls are just pushing some volume now. Okay, seems to be going somewhere now. So seems we're gonna have another leg up. Okay, I'm just gonna take the entry, pushing my sell stop down here, and my entry is gonna be just at the previous day we watched this one here. It may pan out, it may not. We'll see how it goes. We'll just do our best. Still haven't broken the level. It seems low there. There is an intention to break higher. I'm gonna trail it to the VWAP first and trail it. If it goes up to here, we're just gonna cover our losses from the previous trade, which is nice. But then we'll see if there's another attempt. So we see the the bulls are having a hard time to push higher. They're pushing, the volume is really good. Just like getting absorbed. Okay, we seem to be going somewhere now. There's a big push. So the possible scenarios here is one, directly rejection, second, rejection from the VWAP, a third, possible rejection or continuation to the highs. Now we're just facing with this scenario now. I'm exiting again because I didn't like the way it was formed. I was expecting to push higher, it's not pushing. Got out again, and I may enter again if I see some kind of continuation, but we see some kind of absorption now. This whole area is a bit tricky. We found some initial big reaction from the buyers, but the buyers it seems like they can't push any longer any higher. They can't get over this zone. So, so we need to give it a little bit more time. Let's see if I think it made a small pullback at the DVA low. It's gonna go high now. Now there is this technical level there. It can't get through. So it's big conflict going there. To be honest, I don't like longs because we are still in the downtrend. No, I'm not gonna attempt any long. I tried before, it didn't work out, so I'm just gonna wait now to see if we're gonna get any rejection from the VWAP or the highs and short it for the downside. Because it's useless to try and go against the general sentiment. The general sentiment at the moment is bearish. So I'm looking now, try to take a short. I'm looking now, try to take a short from the VWAP if it happens, or more ideally from this area here. If it's gonna retest the highs and take the next short down, or the short from here if it just happen to go down here, just the breakdown. So we see price finally broke above, but this is just a pullback, I think, in the general bearish environment. So I was, yes, I tried once to take it, but now thinking against, I'm not very keen to take it because this might be just a pullback or pullback here. So I'm just waiting to see if there's going to be a reaction up here to take the short again. Because it might well be pullback. Okay, go down again. So I'm going to try to short it. So I will see the reaction here. This is the big absorption. Yeah, still big absorption. You see how much volume is coming. It's all gets absorbed. So if this one can hold, then we'll see 59.24, 59.07 or the next time it's down. Yeah, basically this area, and this area. Okay, I'm gonna try and short it here. If it changes candle, I think it's changed big absorption. Yeah, it can't push any higher. So we're shorting from here, putting the stop loss above the previous day high, and we're just gonna aim to exit right here at the minimum. Okay. Let's see if price is gonna try and push higher. I saw really big absorption, that's why I entered at the VWAP. Also, the second week was way lower than the previous one, and there was also big absorption, that's why I decided to enter short here. It's also like a very classic playbook pattern, so just I'm gonna give it some time and see how it's gonna play out. Our first destination is here, and then I'm just gonna move it lower and see if it's gonna just break out below. In any case, if we take even the 69, it's gonna be like around 20 points, which is fairly decent. I think also this is gonna be probably one of our last tries, unless there's something happens in the power hour later, or unless we try the highs again, squeeze out to the highs, and I'll try maybe a short there. But we'll see how it's gonna pan out. It's not going the way I wanted, still. It needs some time. And also don't forget that here there was probably, sellers, but here they're just taking their profits. So that's why there was some kind of rejection here. They got the profits, and now we have new sellers coming in. Okay, so we'll see how it goes. We have the VWAP here, which is not ideal. Wasn't an ideal, entry point here because we may see some good reaction on the VWAP. So it was a risk. It's a risky trade to be honest. But again, we don't want to risk too much in here. If price goes around the VWAP and I don't see any absorption, I don't see anything, just get out. Okay. What I like so far is I see the candles that come for any higher here, they all get absorbed at this level, which is a good thing. But I don't like that it takes hell a lot of time for price to go down. This I can't push any lower because that's the view up here. So there's like a choppy conflict area. What I'm afraid is that we may see, if price keeps getting absorbed here, we might see a bigger retracement here. In that case, I need to get out. That's for sure. Seems there's some kind of absorption of this kind of absorption of the sellers there. They can't push any lower, so I'll get out so far. It's very choppy. I didn't want to see the price action I was expecting to see. I was expecting some reaction, but this is not going down as fast as I wanted to. I'll just wait and see if we break below the VWAP and then just enter something like that probably. Okay, let's enter another time here. Fire. Okay, now we'll see. The area I entered is not really good actually, but I just need more confirmation. Just gonna go down. Okay, just gonna push down. I'm not sure we're gonna see another test there. Now it gets very complicated if it goes. Seems like the sellers really want to sell here, but just gonna be a little more patient. Because as you saw before, that was my mistake. I took my position out a little bit early. I didn't wait much time to see if I was gonna fold out. And then I just wasted a few ticks, and then I had to re-enter, and so on, and just re-entered in the back position. And now probably I'm just gonna take it out and wait, probably trading in a completely different area. It's quite tricky. I can't find a very good entry position. So we may see here now another rejection, another rejection here. It's another retest. But whenever I see this pattern, higher highs, I mean that's gonna go higher. So we are narrowing to the market. The only thing we've seen that's really good like case was the short from the DVA highs, the 20 DVA highs after the retest of the overnight. Set this trade, there's nothing else going on so far. So far we, we attempted a short here, the breakdown, which didn't work, and then we attempted again a short from here, which also didn't work. But now we'll just wait and see how price is gonna fold out. Then we may see another hour of just the sideways price here. Okay. We keep on mind now to see how it's gonna react for a second time at the rejection here, at the VWAP. You see the sellers. The sellers are pricing in. It's a very tricky area, like in general, because we have the VWAP, we have the DVA low, we have the overnight low, we have the previous DVA VWAP in the middle of the DVA. So this area is expected to be very choppy. And if we take another shot from here, it might as well be more tricky than before. So I'm not going to even try a second time from here. I think now we're just going to push higher. So we'll see if there's going to be any short from here. It's going to be a good price. Like from here somewhere. Instead, we're going to see the reaction a bit lower. Like we're maybe around here, right here. Just I'll keep an eye on it. So this is another squeeze up, and we expect then to see probably another bigger elevator down move. We're just able to break this level and test the lowest here. Okay, we see now that the squeeze is happening. We just had to test the DVA low first and then go from there. Now we're testing the previous day's highs. And we're basically just now waiting because we're kind of like in the middle of the structure, just waiting to take either short from this area, this level or this level, either this or just trade the breakout before below that if there's anything. So we see some initial reaction there, but we are not concerned about this. So if you see where we are at the high time frame, so we tried attempted to break below this structure. So this structure, we attempted to break it here, but we failed. And now we're just kind of doing this. Maybe either go test or continue to the highs. So we'll see where we are now. So always remember that our edge light our edge lies at the edges. So basically we need to wait either these tracks of highs to see how it's gonna react, or even this if it goes up there, or this lows. If it goes this, then we can test to the weekly previous DVA low, which is this one, is the breakout point, and we should expect to be tested at some point. And trade it and see whether we may enter the previous structure here again, and we just can aim for the other side when we enter. That would be ideal. But if we take an early entry from here, then we can either take out or scale out, or just trail it and then enter again if we go again there. But so far we haven't seen anything yet. We just basically saw some reaction to the highs, which was that would be a good trade to enter. And then what price did, just basically this. And now we're just hanging there. It's either gonna test the lows and go high, or even test the break below. Nothing exciting. So now we just expect to see, just wait to see if this one's gonna come down and if it breaks below here. And the speed of the tape has decreased dramatically. It's become very slow. So nothing for us to do here. We just basically just put some alerts, and we're gonna be doing some reading in the meanwhile, if you don't mind. Because the price action has become really slow now. Seems like price is testing this level, which is yeah. There's no high time travel level. It's just a DVA, the overnight low, and that's the DVA low as well. And we may as well see because you can see head and shoulders. We may see prices coming down again to test this one. This has become weak now from the overall use. So we can see some weakness here, and maybe we can just short it all the way down. And if we get lucky, we may see some breakthrough below here and some retest of these levels, which are the highs of the previous structure from yesterday. So we see the bearish sentiment gets respected. So we see there was a rejection here. I was just expecting to be a little bit higher, to be honest. So we just saw another rejection here, head and shoulders. We're just gonna see now retesting that level. The speed, the speed and the volume has been recovered than previously, so that's a good thing. So what we see now, like as I said, we're just expecting this one to become, this one has become weak, so we're just expecting a failure at some point, and we're gonna trade that failure towards these levels, this and this one, 59.22 and 59.12 secondary target. And if we get lucky and the price gets within the yesterday structure, we may see some even more selling up to these levels or even lower. So far we're just around 86% of the normal ATR, which was up here. So I think we may see another rejection down here. So we may test the ATR range on the lower end, which would be 5905. 5905, yeah, around this area. So we see some choppiness around now. Because here we have the year DVA low pushing higher, and right here we have the monthly previous DVA low and the weekly previous DVA reward. And they're both pushing below around here. So this area, like as I said before, is going to be choppiness. So still choppiness continues, nothing major, prices become really slow. As I said, I've set alerts down at the lows and at the highs of the structure, and we may see these levels getting tested later, maybe the last hour. But in any case, we have them there. You can see here. Basically, what happened to the euro so far? We had a big rejection here, had a big rejection here, and then we had a big sudden move from the buyers. Then found rejection of the weekly VWAP, and now it's testing again the yearly DVA low, but it hasn't broken yet. Nothing special in the monthly. Again, we try to go in the previous DVA, which is failed, and then we see again here some rejection at the VWAP, previous VWAP, and here at the weekly. Again, we're just at the middle of the previous, all the VWAPs below. But here you can see clearly how the structure fails. You see it fails to go higher highs. So just grinding down. Okay, the price action has become really choppy here. And I'm glad we're not in the choppiness now. Getting tortured. We attempted two, three tries, two, three entries according to our plan. They didn't work out. So we're just waiting now. Just waiting now to see if there's gonna be something at the extremes. But it seems that price is forming some sort of acceptance of all the overnight low. I'm very tempted to get along there. But as I said, it's very choppy in this area. It's very tempting to go long, but it's not gonna go far. So anyway, I'm just gonna try stick to the plan and try from the edges if it goes. Yeah. it seems like the buyers are just building a base here in order to aim for highs. But we're still at the below the VWAP and this very choppy area here. And there's also the previous day high here. That's another bearish factor. As I said, we're not interested to get involved here. I'm just gonna see price so it's at the overnight lows. So far it just keeps in range. So far it hasn't broken any overnight high or overnight low, it just keeps in range, chopping around. And just previously just played between the upper and the low ranges. So so I'm just expecting now to price to test again the overnight lows of this kind of area here. And then we just trade respectively. We'll see if we see a breakout or if we see just price retracement again to the lows. Just may as well see like this kind of action today. It just squeezing higher just takes time. So that's one scenario. Second scenario is just take the lows and the other one just go the highs. But we'll see. There's not many opportunities today, to be honest, except this one with the market open, or except the one opportunity here. If you trade the overnight session, so during the overnight there was a nice squeeze here, there was some form of acceptance, and after the that was the first test after the breakout of the new one. You see, it did that first breakout and squeezed up, and then tested. So in this test, one could easily go just high, just put a long here, and put a stop underneath. You see that that could respect it again, and then it ended going. You see that we respected again second time, and then we ended up hitting the upper trade. This is a good trade. Just I don't really trust opening a position during the overnight because of the low volatility. It was a good trade though, whoever took it. And then we had the overnight, which tested this bearish level, which 59.96. It failed to break out of the yesterday's DVA high. We had a small bullish like otherwise like tunnel here. The price tested again that level and attempted another high. So that rejection it could be easily traded. If not this one, at least the breakdown level here. And yeah, that formed basically the highs and the lows of the night, and was just chopping around at the overnight lows, but there's no really just any direction. So for now, I think we're just gonna leave it. We're just gonna leave it here. If I take any trade later on in the market, I'm gonna post it on my Facebook page, which for which the description and the link you can find it in the description. And yeah, so see you tomorrow, hopefully with more trading opportunities. And have a nice rest of the day. See you.